Today on Attack of the Show, will ABC's premiere of The Nine send you running? And Big C goes from test track to test drive unlimited. And we join Parker Posey, Amy Poehler, and Rachel Dratch on the set of Spring Breakdown.
Let's have a threesome.
All this and more on a live and TV-centric Attack of the Show, starting right now.
What's going on here? Pick up on this.
Attack.
Finally, the applause is for me. Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Thanks, Mom. I'm Zach Selwyn. Kevin and Olivia are on their honeymoon in Tokyo, so you're stuck with me. Now, to make that go down easier, I'm joined by a woman who always goes down easier, the lovely and talented Michelle Merkin. Welcome, Michelle.
Well, thank you, little cutie pie. I do go down easier, but only with you, sweetie.
Solid.
G4 asked me to co-host because, unlike the usual hosts, I'm really tall, and therefore it makes Zach look less like a shaved Yeti.
Thank
Don't
you.
you think?
Do I look that shaved, really?
Okay, just like a Yeti.
Okay, that's better. Yeah, you know, actually, Michelle and I have some history together.
You said we weren't going to talk about that.
We're not going to talk about that. We have some more drunken, potentially embarrassing history. What I'm talking about is a little Heineken commercial we did together back in the late 90s. Of course, I still have the VHS tape because I keep everything.
No, you did not.
I did, and I had to break it out.
You didn't
Here
bring
it is.
it.
I think
brought
it's awesome.
it. That's
Check
great.
it. Scope it. Smooth! Yeah, baby!
That's a good catch right there. I forgot
Thank
all
you.
about that. I don't even look like me. I have like brown hair.
Yeah, you were hot back then.
What is that, like artificial intelligence? Just because I have brown hair, I was like hot?
Yes.
It was, really?
Yeah, and I'm into
Really?
blondes.
This is
Did you see how
natural.
skinny I was in that? God, what happened? I drank
was-
too many Heinekens. That's
Yeah,
why.
do you like that full mane and you're skinny and young
man.
and handsome? What happened to you?
To be 19 again. I was 25. Hey, you know what? Speaking of drinking, it is Monday, so you're probably recovering from a weekend of binge drinking
Like him.
and partying. So standing up and going outside to get the paper is probably not going to happen today.
Probably not. So grab some OJ or make yourself a Bloody Mary, because that always works. And sit back, because we're going around the net. Everybody and their sister has a tattoo. I've got 2 of them. But if you're still scared of the pain, hepatitis C, and of course the cost of removing it, if you don't like it, there's a different way to go. Barnadreams.com shows you how to make solar tattoos. That's right, solar tattoos. All you have to do is wear a sticker around for about 5 days, you sunbathe or tan for a couple of hours, and you're set. And the best part, if you hate the design, it'll wear off in a couple of months.
That is disgusting. That's like a big sunburn in the shape of Che Guevara.
Well,
You
you
know?
don't have to put Che Guevara. Like back in my day, I used to take zinc and like write like I heart
yeah.
Zach on my legs.
Zinca, that's right.
Yeah, and
Did
then
you
you'd
spell
wash
heart
off.
wrong?
It's just a symbol, sugar. It's not really a word.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know about the Hep C stuff, although Pam Anderson, you my girl. I just don't know if I'd be willing to trade that in for, you know, some skin cancer and looking like George Hamilton.
So I take it you don't have any tattoos.
No, I don't have. Well, I have a scar right here it's a fake scar I got tattooed.
Is
on
that
my
a
arm.
Jewish thing?
Maybe.
Or are you just scared?
I'm scared. I'm scared of the needle.
It's okay, Zach. It's okay.
Damn it. I don't know who to trust anymore, you know?
Do you trust me?
Yes. Do you have like a little LA license plate back here? You know,
I
small
have one
back?
right here. It says don't open till Christmas, and there's never mind.
Nice.
We'll get back to that.
Got my Christmas goose early. I like it. Now, besides tricking out their own bodies, people also love to trick out their cars. And just when you think you've seen it all, a couple of guys have taken their dope Honda Accord to the next level. I'm not talking about a spoiler or anything like that. I'm talking about the doors, the trunk, the hood. They've all been modified to open at different angles. Look at that right there. Even spin around. Wow. There's no mention on the site whether or not it makes parking lots more difficult, but I don't know if I'd want to park in LAX. Although it does also, want to mention here that people don't know if this is an Autobot or a Decepticon. You know what I'm saying? Although rumor has it the car had a short fling with the Megatron, but that ended very poorly. There was a muffler involved
What
and
are
all
you
kinds of stuff.
talking about?
Megatron, man. He's the leader of the, the...
Blah, 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 blah. Like, I mean, what? It's just like madness. You're just like speaking madness.
It's Megatron.
Right now.
It's your first
Is
day.
this like a G4 thing that I don't really...
Yes,
I'm
it
like,
is.
The cool kids,
By
all
day
the cool
4,
kids are doing it.
you'll be singing the Transformers theme song.
Okay, that car, what happens when you pull in parking space and you want to get out? Like, if you're parked between two cars and the door's open that way.
Moonroof. Come on, it's simple.
Eject!
Would you ever trick out a car like that? Would you ever get something done?
I would put a bobblehead of Zach right on my dashboard so it could go da-da-da-da when I was like driving.
Nice, that's pretty cool.
That would make me happy.
See, I'd get a beer tap in the shifter, so when I go into reverse, be like,
I see DUI in your future.
Knock on wood. Damn.
And finally, we've got a clip from nothingtoxic.com. People, do not try this at home. Ever been shot by a BB gun? He has, and let me tell you, actually, he'll tell you, it hurts like hell.
It really does.
It really does.
Yeah, in the ass.
Now, now multiply that times 50, and judging by about what you're about to see, this kid is probably flunked math. I don't know.
Don't go inside. You're gonna miss.
Ouch. That hurt. You know what? Besides math, if we saw that, that was nice. That was a nice little clip right there.
You like
it was
that?
really fast. He's got a relay. It's like a machine gun. Yeah, he just shot himself in the foot is what he just did. But it was nice. I just have a feeling that if you shoot yourself and you get shot in the back, and you can see this online, by the way. You're probably flunked social studies, English, science, history. I mean, you're probably
I
flunking
think we should
everything.
watch it again.
Yeah, we probably should.
Let's watch it
if
again.
We can get it.
Can we watch
But
it again?
Can we get it?
Don't go inside. You're gonna miss.
Okay, I know.
That's
Like,
yeah.
wow.
I'm gonna get one of those solar tattoos of BBs on my back.
That's hot.
That'd be sweet. Is that your new catchphrase? You gonna start posing like this?
That's hot. Yeah, you're a weirdo.
Hey, you know what? I think that little Mexican, what was that? Remember that you used to do that? You'd put the cigar in your mouth and then they'd shoot you and then.
Oh yeah, you'd be like the wall and you'd get like your last wish.
Yeah, that happened to me a few times back in the day. I grew up in the desert, girl.
I can tell by the jacket. You still got the duds from back on the sombrero days.
Adios, amigos, is what they used to say before they took you out. And meanwhile, I think getting shot in the back is a pretty good high note to end the day on, don't you?
I really do. I think we should end scene right now.
All right, it's ended. We'll tell them where to go.
Well, let's go to g4.com/AOTS for the links to everything you just saw.
And after that, go to g4tv.com/AOTS, because sometimes the g4.com, that's like the Mac
I not
G4.
say that?
You can get a vintage computer there.
Did I not say that?
No, but it's okay.
It's my first day, guys. First day. Hello.
Solar tattoos.
Told you
going
not
right
to
to her
tell
head.
them.
I understand.
Cocktail, anybody.
Get this girl drunk, please. Right now, it's time for the only news that you need to know. Here's my girl, Layla Kaylee, and the feed headlines.
Thank you, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, a major music studio is getting cozy with YouTube. Plus, the Wii Frenzy is already starting, according to Amazon. And we have the latest on a possible sequel to the frat comedy Old School. It's all coming your way in the feed. But first, back to the couch.
Back to the couch. Woo!
This couch is
Ride
a-rockin'.
that couch.
Don't come a-knockin'. Now, Michelle, every so often we like to check in with our viewers. You know this because you watch the show every day.
I do.
And every so often we find ourselves regretting it terribly.
Probably will today.
Well, let's find out. We're going to fire up the monitor heads and go with my boy Matt from North Kakalaka. Matt, what's happening?
Maddie.
Hey guys, I was just wondering what you were looking forward to for this year's fall lineup, or do you just think there's not enough good shows anymore?
Matt, first of all, if you are not watching House of Carters with Nick and Aaron Carter and Angel, the girl Carter who wants to be the singer, but Nick and Aaron are the real talents.
See, that's like a
that's what I'm gonna watch.
turn off for me. That's a turn off.
You're not going to watch the House of Carters?
No, right now, this is the fall season lineup. This week starts the fall season, and Attack of the Show starring Michelle and Zach. That is what I'm looking forward to watching.
Well, what about, let's say Jericho. That looks like a good show.
Okay,
What about-
Dexter. Is it Dexter or Dexter?
I don't know. Give Me a Break. That looks pretty sweet.
Give Me a Break. That was like circa like the 70s.
Well, my eBay goes back to 1983, which is my eBay, my TiVo. I mix them up. That's the thing. I can buy things in 1983 prices. But yeah, I got 227 on there. I got Give Me the Break.
You know,
I got
that's some
everything.
good stuff right there.
Yeah, dude.
Loving
So
your
I'm looking
work.
forward, actually, to tell you the truth, the new fall season, I haven't seen much that I really love. But I know that today is the actual beginning of the fall season. So I'm excited.
Starting with us. And as exciting as that is, every year more and more shows fall victim to too much hype and not enough good showness. I'm not sure if that's a word.
Showness?
Showness, I think so. So what do you think, guys? Tune in or turn off?
Fall TV. You can vote at our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote and register for AOTS live news alerts.
Last week, George Lucas finally released the non-special edition versions of the original Star Wars trilogy. However, he hasn't been entirely hands-off with these discs. We have uncovered some brand new footage Lucas added to his films in a last-ditch effort to have his prequels make some sense finally.
Nice.
Here's a clip from Star Wars: A New Hope.
That reminds me, I have something here for you. Your father's lightsaber. Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough, but your uncle wouldn't allow it. Well, I mean, I assume he wanted you to have it. I just kind of picked it up. By that time, your father was a limbless, charbroiled corpse, mind you. And all he could scream was, "I hate you," because of the pain I put him in. But you know, deep down, I figured he'd want his son to have it. Not that he knew he had a son, of course. You were born later. Again, I just kind of put two and two together. Oh, and your uncle? Honestly, I don't even know the guy. We never actually met. Did meet your aunt once. They were just space dating then. I handed her you when you were just a baby, and then I took off. It's very awkward. Anyway, enjoy.
No.
Yes. No. No. Yes. No. Please. All right. Turn it on.
The old lightsaber going limp. I've had that before. You know, I wonder if that's right before, Mark Hamill had that crash in the Corvette and had to get his whole face reconstructed because he looks different.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those thoughts, not words moments about the whole limp lightsaber thing.
Hey, all I can say about that clip right there is, can you feel it? That's the feeling right there of a show just getting started. So for more of that and other strange sensations like Tony Danza from Who's the Boss, I recommend you stick around.
We've got TV's newest hits and misses.
What an awful mess.
On the Punchline. And we hang with Parker Posey, Amy Poehler, and Rachel Dratch on the set of Spring Breakdown.
It's that.
What's going on here? Welcome back to Attack of the Show. Now, during the break, we tested our entire set for E. coli, and let me just tell you, people, we're clean. The people, well, that's another story. Now, we know you try and watch everything on TV. Your health, relationships, and employment be damned, but even you can't catch it all, which is why we bring you the Punchline. Check this out. Last week, my man David Letterman, you remember him, right?
Yeah.
He had on Martha Stewart, and they were having
her.
a pretty good. Yeah, she went to prison for a little bit. She did her thing, and guess what she learned how to do in prison? Make puzzle sandwiches.
Puzzle sandwiches? What's that?
They're like little sandwiches that you cut out like cookies and you put them back together. Come on, they're little puzzle sandwiches. They're huge in prison.
Still don't get it. Can my bowel, like, what?
Now, look, check it out, man. Watch this. Watch what happens. It's disgusting.
Into other little pieces, like 4 or 5 other pieces around the outside.
I think I did. I cut myself.
Oh my God! Oh, Dave, here, let me take that.
Oh, that's disgusting. It's like she's just like turned vampire. Maybe that prison thing wasn't good for her. I don't know.
If you're ever on your period, you do not want to be anywhere near Martha Stewart.
Zach, no, that's just gross. Absolutely disgusting. You really had to go there. I have this vision of Martha Stewart now, like, ooh,
That's the same vision I have of her in prison. I like it. Yeah. She did her thing.
Oh, yeah.
She did her time. She did her thing. Now, next up, The Amazing Race. Now, everyone's giving Survivor crap, right, for separating teams into race, but no one calls these guys out for this obvious, blatant stereotyping.
Being a coal miner, I feel like we are tougher than most people. It's dangerous and I'm under stress. I'm fearing for my life.
David and I have been married for 9 years. I didn't think that he'd want anything to do with me because he's so cute. Well, I'm just normal.
Finally, I had to go out and just about beg her to come talk to me.
Yeah, he liked me and it was really cool.
Yes, Cletus, the slack-jawed yokel, actually does exist. Either that or it was all an unused set from My Name is Earl. Isn't that the show? Kind of looks like that, right?
Gahoot! You know what? That's actually my favorite brother and sister couple on TV.
You know what? Keep it all in the family. That's what I say.
Hey, you know, why not?
Incest says best. Did I really just say
Now, yeah, you did. I like what you're going with, though. You know, everyone's favorite dancing show on TV is clearly America's Most Wanted.
Dancing with the Stars.
Okay, you can go with Dancing with the Stars. And last week, as you all tuned in, I know you did, Tucker Carlson, my boy from the Fox News Channel, well, the boy ain't got no rhythm. So he got kicked off. Look at this pathetic display.
Could he be any stiffer? That's quite a dancing face you've got. It's almost as good as his.
Yeah, that's my O face.
But what can you expect from a man who dresses like Orville Redenbacher? I mean, really.
Well, something that pops.
Love it.
That was my David Letterman.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
not
like
so
that?
much.
Orville Redenbacher, what do you know? Finally, we have a clip that reveals the hidden dangers behind being a TV weatherman.
Hairspray shortages?
No.
Self-tanner mishaps?
No.
Overdosing on teeth whitener?
That was me.
Oh, huh.
Close enough, though. Close enough. Cockroaches is what I'm talking about.
Of course.
Daytona Beach, the Cape Canaveral area, Vero Beach will be getting in on the heavier rainfall, and eventually that should I am so sorry, Bill. Oh my God! This is what just happened. That thing was crawling on my leg.
I haven't heard a squeal like that since I walked in on you in the makeup room.
Well, we have rats, Michelle, not cockroaches, you know. And apparently, that cockroach thought it was pretty funny, too. You know what I liked is how when he did that, by the way, he sort of caressed Oklahoma.
Did you like that? Like, ooh.
Watch this, though. The roach decides he hasn't had enough, and I'm so happy he did. He came back for more.
Oh, God, if that... Oh, my God, that is... Oh, my God! Oh, no! Right at the wall for me.
Miss Tara?
Oh,
we should do America's Next Top Gay TV Weatherman. That's what that should be.
I think he'd win.
He would win. And guess what, folks? That's the punchline. We will have more punchline for you every Monday. Now there's no need to watch anything else.
Coming up, Street Fury host Big C gets behind the wheel of a Shelby Mustang and takes us for a test drive. And we chug copious amounts of tequila with the girls of Spring Breakdown. Be a good little couch monkey and stay put.
Luke.
Ben?
You must go to the Dagobah system.
Dagobah system?
There you will learn from Yoda, the Jedi Master who instructed me.
Yoda?
Actually, funny story this. Yoda didn't really train me. He was kind of the head guy, you see. He did once embarrass me in front of a classroom full of kids, though. Sorry, younglings. It's kind of a that way.
Yoda?
Right. Anyway, my mentor was actually this guy, Qui-Gon Jinn. Good man. Great hair. Pretty much taught me everything I know. Then he died, of course. So Yoda's really the last Jedi left. He ran away from the Emperor like a bitch tail between his legs. But it's either him or nothing. Luke? Luke? Hello?
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We love and hate Star Wars equally. Let me ask you a question, Michelle. When a 30-year-old can attend spring break and not feel like a complete failure, when do you think that can happen?
I'm going to go with never, Zach.
Well, there goes my spring. Thanks a lot for ruining that. But you know what? I thought that as well until I sat down with a couple ladies named Rachel Dratch and Amy Poehler from SNL and my girl Parker Posey to dish about their new movie, Spring Breakdown.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Zach Selwyn here, coming to you from the set of the latest Warner Brothers comedy, Spring Breakdown. I got a chance to hang out with the stars of this film, SNL's Rachel Dratch and Amy Poehler, and indie princess Parker Posey. The film follows the hijinks of three middle-aged geeky gals trying to grab a piece of the American dream through the wonder that is spring break.
It's about three college friends who didn't really have such a good time in college, and then as adults they get to go back to spring break and kind of have a do-over.
Nestled into a downtown street, we watched the magic of comedy unfold as these three veterans showed us their chops. Let's play a little Debbie Downer game real fast.
Oh, God,
spring break. Not. Hey, let's have a threesome.
Oh, be careful of STDs.
I play Becky St. Germain. I work for the senator, played by Jane Lynch, and she sends me on an assignment to spring break to South Padre to watch over her daughter.
I play Gail, and I hook up with the hot girls at the beach and try to be like them, and I fail miserably. I'm engaged to a guy that I probably shouldn't be engaged to.
Sounds familiar.
Does it? In your real life?
Sorry.
Are you engaged to a guy you shouldn't be?
You know, and I don't want to mention this, Tom. Guys,
we're getting this.
You know what this means? 8 more questions. Who's winning now, huh, pal? All right, that about wraps it up from the set of Spring Breakdown. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta go beer bong about 100 goldfish. Spring Breakdown opens everywhere next April, so, you know, you have plenty of time to plan ahead.
Now, it's just funny because most people get to go to, like, the Bahamas when they go on set. You went to downtown L.A. How was that?
Solid trip, let me tell you, yeah. We all get to go to the Bahamas, really? That's cool.
Sometimes. There's more Attack of the Show coming up after the break. Big C is going to take you for a ride and hopefully not destroy anything when he takes and makes a test drive. Welcome back to the show, and make sure you stick around till the end because we're good hosts and we've brought you a little gift.
We sure did. Now, today marks the official start of the fall television season, but is that a good thing?
We want to find out what you think. Tune in or turn off.
Well, vote at our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote and register for AOTS Live News Alerts. We will have the results later on in the show. Now, if something has 4 wheels and an engine, odds are it's been fondled at some point by a man named Big C. Our auto expert headed to the Ford Dearborn Development Center to get behind some wheels and check out the new game, Test Drive Unlimited.
Big C here, and I'm bringing it to you from the Dearborn Development Center, where Ford teamed up with Atari to bring you the release of a brand new game. It's called Test Drive Unlimited. So, Big John, what are you about to let me play with?
Hey, you are ready to drive the ultimate in the next generation muscle car. 5.4-liter supercharged motor puts out 500 horsepower, so I think you're going to like it.
That's all I needed to hear, y'all. It's about to go down. I'm going to put the pedal to the metal. Oh, my God.
How was it?
Oh, my God. I hope this car handles as good as it did on the track in the video game. I just stepped out of the 500 horsepower Shelby Mustang GT. When I get in that car on the game, is it going to feel how I felt out on the track?
Visually, you will see everything that you saw out on the track. What we can't deliver for you is that sense of the wind peeling your skin back as you're going 120 miles an hour down a straightaway.
Now, I like what you said about 120 miles per hour peeling my skin back. I'm gonna go work on that right now.
Okay, Fitz, I'll join you.
All right. Whoa. A lot different than outside. But I like it, though. Acceleration is pretty good, pretty realistic. Oh, I just hit the wall. Which one's the brake again, big dog? I'm in 4th, dog. I should not be losing. Ooh, I'm gaining on somebody. Oh, I just hit a tree. Oops. Test Drive Unlimited was off the hook, but I'm trying to get back on the track and one of these right there. Now, we'll talk to these 4 guys and see who can get me one. Yo, Big John, can I get one of these GTs? What's up, dog? How can I get one?
Come on, dog, with my GT. Test Drive Unlimited is in stores right now for the Xbox 360. It will hit PCs in October and, of course, the PS2 this November.
But right now, it's time for the only news you need to know in the feed.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm Layla Cayley, and it's time to start the feed. Amazon.com began offering the Nintendo Wii for pre-sale on Friday, and it sparked a tiny amount of interest among gamers. In other words, the website completely sold out all of its pre-sale units within hours. Amazon was offering the console for $249 with no bundles or add-ons of any kind. According to some reports, the pre-sale was over by 11 a.m. Central Time that same day. Once again, the Wii will be on shelves November 19th. The online video site YouTube has taken another step towards being legitimate. The Warner Music Group has just announced that it has licensed some of its music videos and interviews to YouTube for distribution. They will be allowing YouTube users to put Warner licensed music in their videos. YouTube has also developed a royalty tracking system to detect when homemade videos are using copyrighted songs. The Warner Music Group includes Atlantic Records, Asylum, Elektra, and Rhino. A recent study has shown that although iPods are everywhere, they aren't stocked with iTunes Music. The study conducted by a group called Jupiter Research showed that 83% of iPod owners do not buy digital music regularly. Most still get their tracks from CDs. On average, a typical iPod contains only 5% downloaded music. Even though people aren't downloading as much as you might think, the popularity of iPods has led to an overall rise in music sales across the board. In a recent interview, director Todd Phillips dropped some hints about the sequel to his hit movie, Old School. While promoting School for Scoundrels, Phillips said that they are finishing a script for a second Old School and that he will then show it to original stars Vince Vaughn, Luke Wilson, and Will Ferrell before any of them agree to do it. Phillips also mentioned that the second film will focus on Ferrell's character, Frank the Tank, and will explore the backstory of his drunken alter ego. Well, that's all for today. Be sure to check out g4tv.com/thefeed for all the stuff I didn't have time to get to. Now you've just been fed. Back to you.
Sticking around is in your best interest because you won't get the original true Attack of the Show anywhere else. Attack of the Martha Stewart Living is a shameless attempt to confuse you. Don't get suckered in.
It's terrible.
We'll pass judgment on TV's new fall lineup on The Loop. And if it's smelly and disturbing, we'll show it on It Came From eBay. Big C Auto Report is brought to you by Advance Auto Parts, providing car care know-how to protect your investment. We're ready in advance.
Attack of the Show. Attack. Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We're live and talking about the new fall TV season. Now, before the break, we asked you, fall TV, tune in or turn off? The results are in, and 74% of you said you'll definitely tune in for this year's new shows. Awesome. Now, earlier, our own Kevin Pereira got the debate started, so let's see what he turned up. It is time for The Loop.
This week starts the official beginning of the fall television season. From new contenders to old favorites, people are calling this the golden age of television. But with so much to choose from, how does a couch potato weed out the good from the bad? Well, fire up the boob tube, folks. It's The Loop. Joining us tonight, he stars in NBC's new sci-fi drama, Heroes, premiering September 25th. Greg Grunberg, he's from Los Angeles. He is from Hollywood. You understand that. Of course, from Variety, our favorite TV critic, Michael Schneider, is here again. And from the KingofTV.com, the king himself, royalty, is here, Paul Goebel. Welcome to The Loop, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Pleasure having you here.
Good to see you.
Greg, so much new TV to wade through this year. What shows do you want to see? What are you looking forward to?
Well, Monday nights at 9 o'clock on NBC. I'm thinking Heroes is a good show to watch.
What were the odds on that one?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Now, are you actually in that show? Because I've seen the previews.
Yes. I was in the early launch of the show. Here's the story. The pilot, as it sits right now, I'm not in. It was originally a 2-hour pilot, and so now I get introduced in the second hour because Nissan came in and said we'll sponsor the first hour commercial free.
So you got replaced by an SUV commercial, is what you're saying.
So in other words, we should start watching Heroes in episode 2. In other words, we could sort of miss the first one.
No, here's
Nothing
why.
to see.
Here's why. I wasn't in the pilot of Felicity. I wasn't in the pilot of Alias. When I was in the pilot of Lost, I got eaten in 5 minutes. So now, I don't want to be in the pilot.
This brings up another question. Is this a J.J. Abrams show, Heroes?
No, it's a Tim Kring show.
So how are you on it?
Well, it's interesting. J.J. made a call.
It's Greg's incredible acting process. Look at those eyes. Just dazzle us with them, would you? Look at that. Look at that look. There you have it, folks. That's why he's in Heroes.
That's Hollywood.
But what about J.J. Abrams? He's got a new series coming out this fall, right, Paul?
Yeah, 6 Degrees, right?
That's right, 6 Degrees. I was a fan of the earlier version, 5 Degrees. I don't know about 6.
Well, I actually heard that Greg was going to be the 7th degree, but
Yes.
unfortunately, contractual.
Wait, should we care about degrees 1 through 6? What is this new show all
this
about?
Is a cool show. It's all about people in New York. How, you know what's interesting, as a celebrity or whatever level of celebrity I bring to the table, it's interesting.
Well, Greg, have you danced with anyone on television, or have you duetted with
We
anyone
have
Oh,
sang a
television?
duet at Yield King's Head here, though, on 3rd Street.
Because
so.
from what I understand, you're not really a celebrity until you're on a cheesy ABC or Fox reality show.
That's
so
very
Greg,
true. I'm getting
the
my own
celebrity
Food Network
version.
show. So
Yeah.
Or if you're on VH1, of course.
Right.
They're all
That's
celebrities.
That's called celeb reality.
Wait,
I'd
Michael, real quick. What about The 9? What about a show like The 9? Or what about Studio 60?
Well, The 9, I think, is one of the best new shows come on, other than, of course, Greg's Heroes. The 9, for anyone who loves Lost, and I'm sure there's still a ton of you who do, the 9 sort of follows in that footsteps. There's a big mystery attached to it. I love this show. It's on my TiVo season pass.
All the great shows this fall have a number in them. Studio 60, The 9, 6 Degrees, or they rhyme with a number. Heroes.
Zeros.
Oh, right. Greg, not missing
I
a beat.
sniff trend, by the way.
I gotta say, Ugly Betty.
Not everything can be a hit, though. Okay, I mean, even if there's no mathematical rhyme or reason. Greg, what should we stay away from this fall season?
You know, I got to say, I'm very excited. What are we staying away from? I think some of the reality shows will probably disappoint us because they're just rehashing things over and over again. To be quite honest, I think that this is a good year for dramas. I certainly had a great pile of scripts to pick from during pilot season, and The 9 was one of the shows I was really interested in. Studio 60.
But we want to know what to stay away from.
Friday Night Lights looks really good.
Friday Night Lights, I'm not so excited about. That show looks to me like it appeals to people who like football and young boys. And
By the way, I'm not
a big football fan.
It's on Tuesday. Why would you put a show called Friday Night Lights on Tuesday?
Come on.
It's the same reason they moved Monday Night Football to Sunday, right?
It's just all confusion out there. And there's this new network. I'm just so confused.
Yeah, what about the CW? How do we feel about that?
Well, the CW is pretty much shows that we've already seen. It's the return of Smallville, Gilmore Girls. It's shows that are pretty much on their last life as it is. So it's, this year they've sort of taken a pass, but the real question is going to be, can the CW exist going into the following year? We'll see.
Well, the great thing is they kind of cut a lot of the dead weight from the WB and the UPN, and they kept some of the good shows like Veronica Mars and stuff like that.
And Girlfriends, by the way. At least the Girlfriends are back for
thank
another
goodness
season.
for the Girlfriends.
But they're trying to find this all these networks, when they come out, they try and find a new identity. Usually they all follow the Fox pattern of, like, these African-American crazy shows, and they get a ton of viewers, and then they bring in, other raunchy shows, and then finally they'll, this one, it's interesting. I don't know what the identity of that network is.
There really is none. Their new shows this season, they got The Game, and which, is about football, and then they got that other one,
Runaway
with Donnie Wahlberg running around, like The Fugitive.
Is anybody tuning in to see what the identity is, though? Will anybody have the lower third from CW burnt onto their plasma screens?
Well, there are still the huge fans of the shows that are coming back, like Veronica Mars and what have you. But the
everybody
real
wants to
question
see the Green Arrow on Smallville. That's going to be big.
I think people are going to watch Heroes. I don't know why.
I think everybody's watching Heroes. It's
Heroes,
already
come on, it's
season pass.
I wish I was watching Heroes right now. That's how much I want to see that show.
Who's in that show, by the way? I haven't heard who was
you
in
got
it.
Hayden Panettiere, Sendel Ramamurthy, a lot of people that you just can't pronounce.
All right, now what about shows that are coming back that we wish weren't? Who got the Evite to come back this fall that we really wish would have not checked their email? Is Survivor one of these shows finally?
Well, what about Brian?
Yeah, what about
show.
Brian was so great?
But it's going to be incredible this year. Josh Reams, who was one of the guys who ran Felicity with us years ago, he's now running the show, and Amanda Foreman, Amy Jo Johnson, some of the Felicity alums are coming back, and I think Barry Watson's great. I like that show. It just didn't know what it was, and JJ's much more involved this year, so I think, I'm going against what I just said, but I think
by the way, that sound you hear is JJ actually writing a check right now to Greg
there
as
it
we
is.
speak.
And every time he says his name, a bell goes off, an angel gets its wings, and Greg gets a new Hummer. That's
there you go.
TV, so much to
and we're
watch,
not talking about a
so
car.
little time. Maybe it's time to upgrade the hard drive on the old TiVo. I want to thank our guests, Greg, Michael, and Paul, for joining us at the digital water cooler and keeping us all in the loop. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Now, don't change the channel. There's fast cars, manservants, and zombies coming up. Yes, it came from eBay. You're watching Attack of the TV Show, or Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
Look, when I first knew him, your father was already a great pilot. Well, I mean, he was 8. And he kind of drove this race car sort of thing. In fact, I wouldn't actually call him a pilot, per se. Although he did blow up a Federation command ship. Accidentally.
But you said Vader betrayed and murdered my father.
Did I? Did I? Yes, that's why I always like to say it all depends on a certain point of view.
A certain point of view?
When your father was seduced by the dark side, he ceased to be Anakin Skywalker and became Darth Vader.
Wow. He must have been consumed by evil over a long period of time then.
Well, no, not really. Seriously, one minute he was all, "Oh, hello, everyone, old chum. What new adventure shall we have today?" Next, he's killing babies. Sorry, younglings.
Chop the shit out of me, I don't mind saying.
Oh, and Leia's your sister.
Leia's my sister.
Yes, I just said that. Leia's your sister.
Leia's my sister?
Yes, yeah, she'll try to give you some BS about having vague memories of your mother, but don't buy it. Mumsy kicked it when you were both minutes old. The only cuddling either of you got was from a medical droid.
How did my mother die?
The official diagnosis, I believe, was broken heart.
Come again?
Yes, broken heart.
You can die of that?
Apparently.
That's retarded.
You're telling me.
Welcome back to a live Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Zach and I are co-hosting this week, while Kevin and Olivia are on assignment in Tokyo. At least that's what they think.
And since, E3 has decided to kick out the general public, the Tokyo Game Show is the best place around to check out the latest and greatest in games, and we're going to be there.
Plus, we'll have all the best of Japanese culture, including gadgets, the nightlife, and figure out what's up with the whole Japan thing.
Let me tell you what's up with Japan. My boy Will O'Neill and I, we became salarymen. We met some ladies. I sang in a country bar. We did some karaoke. I went to a baseball game. It was insane. And you can watch all the mayhem starting next Monday, September 25th, when we bring you a whole week of new shows from the land of the rising sun.
Now, I don't know about you, Zach, but I think that whole flea market thing's kind of like janky, a little gross, a little strange.
I don't. I got this there for 48 cents. This shirt cost me $1.25.
You get all your clothes from the flea market.
Yeah, I pretty much do. But I do have to say, I understand if you don't want to haggle over prices with some scary meth addict when you can buy the same crap online and then say, "It came from eBay."
What's going on here?
Yes, there is no visit to eBay complete without Jesus popping up someplace unexpected. This time, no, he's not in a grilled cheese sandwich or a bagel. He's in a sofa wheel protector. Yeah, look at this. The seller guy, he claims that upon finally giving religion a chance, weird stuff started happening around his house. First, his dog destroyed a new Bible in the middle of the night, presumably under the control of Satan. And after cleaning up the next morning, he found this. Yes, he's asking almost 19 grand for that Jesus Christ sofa wheel protector, which could be like a new swear word, like Jesus Christ sofa wheel protector.
Didn't that kind of look like John Lennon?
It
really
did,
look
actually.
Like Jesus.
See, I'd buy the John Lennon one.
Now, I think he had a little bit of that funky mushrooms on his pizza.
He may have, because
Little
I don't know
wacky.
if I see Christ in there. And let me just tell you, it's getting harder and harder to sell the Jesus thing on eBay these days. My Jesus Christ in a corn muffin, 48 cents. Didn't get much.
Yeah, it went bad after a while. Next up is Fat Dell, and he wants to be your manservant. That's right. Dell's got a weight problem, and for only $5 grand, you can buy his services. But it's for a good cause, because Dell's desperately trying to raise money for gastric bypass surgery. He says he's willing to do carpentry, yard work, and anything you can throw at him. Though I wouldn't ask him to pick up dinner.
I wouldn't ask like I had to pick up anything. Dell, first of all, just do what the rest of us Americans do. Don't work for the cash. Rack up more debt, dude. Little credit card. Bing! I also have a thing to say to you, Dell. You're 5,000 pounds. If I hire you for 5 G's, am I going to be like, dude, the roof has a leak, man. Can you run up, scurry up that ladder real fast?
It?
Yeah. That's going to
when
work
I think
out
of
well.
manservant, I think of a guy called Diego that's Latin and all like...
The Latin pool
little,
boy with a little thong. And
who like just, fans me and stuff. I don't know.
You
For
have your
$5 grand, that's what I want.
You have your fantasies. I have mine. And I'm sure you have as well. Mainly fantasies about controlling the zombie masses at one time or another. I mean, really, who hasn't had that fantasy? Our next auction may not be for an army of the undead, but you can be the master of one with your very own remote control crawling zombie. Look at this dude right here. For only $2,400, you'll get a life-size animatronic flesh eater that crawls around on the ground, all operated by the push of a button. It's perfect for Halloween, for scaring your friends, and for making people barf. I'd actually maybe make love to that thing.
It's weird. It's got nothing from the waist down.
That's how I like my girls.
Oh, wow. And scene. Now, finally, from slow zombies to fast cars, our next auction offers you a chance to get your name in the history books for a mere $75 grand. Make no mistake, you can't actually buy this car for the price. You just get to drive it and try to break a land speed record at the Bonneville Salt Flats. This car broke the record twice before, which is set at 206 miles per hour. The seller claims that the car's been fixed and can go up to 210 miles. Wow. Think about that. You know, for another $25,000, you could probably buy the car and, like, own it and break your own record.
What I don't really like here is that, you know, $75,000 to break this land speed record, which is 206, you go to 207. Then someone else gets on eBay and gets it, and now he's 208. And then they, you know, hey, 150,000, 209, then it tops out at 210.
I think they got it.
You got the
Yeah,
point
you
here.
got what we're
Oh, well. The strange, the bizarre, the overpriced oddities you would never buy.
Yes, that means it came from eBay! Did I do that well?
You sure did. Welcome, Michelle. You've made it. Now, don't bail yet. It's only our first day. Come on, people. It's Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
If you haven't been watching Attack of the Show, this is what you're missing. For more info, go to g4tv.com/AOTS.
Attack.
Attack of the Show. Attack.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. This strapping man is Zach Selwyn, and I'm Michelle Merkin. And for our first day co-hosting, we've decided to give you guys a present. Are you ready? Should we?
We should give it to him. Yes. Oh, wow. You're going to show the merkin,
okay.
huh?
I was going to, but...
Save it for Friday.
Thought
We've
you were
got an
gonna show
exclusive clip from the new film Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, for all you loyal viewers. So go have a look. What you need to do is point your browser, if you know what I mean, to g4tv.com/AOTS and check it out on The Pile. Now, coming up tomorrow, the power of Grayskull. I have the power. And the pain of getting trampled by a bull. My boy Chris Gore is dropping by to give us the scoop on the He-Man Season 2 DVD and all the new releases on a brand new edition of DVD Doomsday.
And our own Layla Kaylee meets up with Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, and the rest of the Jackass crew as we sit down and investigate their new film, #2.
I wonder if his ABC is going to be involved. His ass-ball connection.
Ooh, I like that. I might have to use
That's
that.
a Johnny Knoxvilleism. Now, for all the things you saw today and more, go to g4tv.com/AOTS. We've survived our first round on the hot seat today, and we'll be here all week with brand new shows. We should call this a Zach of the Show. You know what I'm saying?
Love your work, or love
Michelle
your merc.
Love your merc.
Love your merc. Good night,
Much
guys.
love, y'all. We'll
Mwah.
see you tomorrow.